Welcome back, everybody. We are here in TLS Qualifier number 1 and going on to a match from the round of 64. So we're going back in time now.
Wow.
And we're going to be casting my most favorite matchup. I'll give you guys one guess. What do you think, Elegant? What do you think?
I'm gonna say ZVZ.
Exactly. It's exactly right. King DT has decided to play the girly race. And no, it's a PvP, guys. Don't
We're
worry.
messing with you. We're messing with
Jumper is still Protoss. That would just blow my mind if Jumper offers
you.
CVP.
Outrageous. Yeah, we got you though. Don't act
So
like you
yes,
didn't
it will be Jumper, King DT versus a guy with too many I's in his name, so I don't know how to say it. Idenieide?
I never know.
He's got like 4 I's in his name. This is too much. This is unacceptable.
I can somehow read it as I denied.
I denied?
I denied. Because I deny makes sense to me, and then the "ide" is just...
Whatever. All right, it's Jumper versus guy who is not Jumper but is also
Yeah.
Protoss.
Can we call him Deny or something, just for the sake of cast?
We can do that.
Because otherwise, my brain might explode. It's been a long day. I can't handle this.
Deny is a good nickname. I like that.
Okay, Deny versus Jumper. We're doing it. Yes.
Boom. Done. Okay,
Boom.
so we're back in round of 64. So this is going to be a best of 1 and a PvP no less on destination. So anything could happen. Really quickly before we go into the game, though, a wonderful shout out to our sponsors, Razer and Twitch TV. Of course, you can see their logos dotted around all over the place. But they are making this possible here in Season 3. We once again have a $500 prize pool. But this is going to be the last regular season before the championship season. So I know we're looking ahead here as the season has only started. But after this season, there will be our big 2K main event, I guess you could call it. So that's very, very exciting. And all thanks to Razer and Twitch. So they're pretty awesome. And you can see me and Elegant. Or if you could see Elegant, you see that he's also wearing Razer headsets.
Yeah, I'm all decked out today. I've got Razer and Team Liquid gear, coming out of places you don't even know exist. It's awesome.
Speaking of which, I actually got a Need for Speed chair, guys. Look at that! It's an upgrade from last season, because recently TL was sponsored by Need for Speed. So yeah, I got a nice comfy chair. So that's awesome as well.
You got a nice comfy chair. Yeah. I'm literally on a wooden chair.
See, I had a wooden chair, man. I had a crappy wooden table chair, and it was horrible, and my back ached, my old back. And see, I figured, I'm already an old man. I've got to protect my back.
I work in this chair. What am I doing? I'm going Need for Speed.
Idea. You should.
My to-do list for tomorrow.
Okay, so with that, we are ready to go on to the game. It's going to be a PvP on destination, Jumper versus Deny. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Alright, here we go into game number 1, or I guess the only game because it is a best of 1. At the top location is the green Protoss. We have Mr. Deny, or however you say that. Oh, some people are actually trying to figure out how this name is parsed or pronounced or whatever. Apparently it's like idenieide or something. This is like, what is this, like German or something? I don't know, whatever.
He's
anyway.
literally in the stream. Why isn't he?
Is he? Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually explaining his own name. Oh, that's useful.
Idenieide, apparently, but I'm not saying that. Idenieide.
That is too hard. All right,
Of
dude,
all the interpretations,
you can pick a nickname for yourself. How about that? You can pick an easier name to say. Anyway, his opponent's gonna be Jumper, aka Jumperer, and Jumper, by the way, is doing the good old anti-Manor Pylon thing here. It's gonna block both the Manor Pylon little locations, so that's quite good.
Yeah, not bad. And yeah, idenieide, whatever, doing no
Polish.
such thing. Oh, all right, I'll excuse him.
No wonder I can't pronounce it. It's in the same league as names like Schnitzel and Trutaj. That is just like mind-boggling. I'm sure they're not mind-boggling if you're Polish, but to my feeble brain they are.
Feeble brain. Yeah, but the benefit of it is that by having such a complicated name, you can get a new sale sanction nickname. And that's like having a custom Team Liquid icon. That's like gold dust.
That is true. That is true. By the way, Jumper actually scouted inside his base for proxy gate, so he's being very, very careful here. Anti-mana pylon, and then anti-proxy gate scout. Man, this Jumper guy.
Yeah.
Look, he even checked around his natural as well. Very, very cautious.
It takes one to know one, and Jumper is definitely one of the king cheeses in the entire scene. I expect nothing other than DTs. If anyone doesn't know this guy, you should know him by now, but he is the DT master. He can beat anyone with DTs. It doesn't matter if you know they're coming. It doesn't matter how many cannons he builds. He's going to find a way.
That's right. He will find a way.
Yeah. And DTs are also just really good.
Yeah. I mean, if I was playing a PvP against Jumper, I would go Forge Robo and make only obs and cannons, just like not make any units. That's how terrified I would be.
I think that's what makes the most sense.
Speaking of which, actually, I did play a PvP against Jumper, and he did that to me. He actually went like Reaver DT in a PvP against me. It's like mind-boggling.
Did it win?
No, I just like went 3-gate goon and killed him. And I was like looking at the replay, I was like, what just happened? Because he went like double tech or something. It was pretty silly. But yeah, there you go.
I feel like he wasn't taking you seriously.
Ah, quiet, Elegant. He was being very serious. He played like his life depended on it. I crushed him.
Yeah, you did. It's the new seat. I think that's what's doing.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hey, this Zella guy is going to try and chase around the probe, but, you know, well, I guess both Zella guys are going to chase around their respective probes, but they're obviously not going to catch him.
Ooh, we have air weapons coming in for Jumper. It's going to be some kind of cheese. Don't know why I acted surprised at that, but he's doing the old fake out, making the cheaper air weapons upgrade, which he can then cancel and throw down some tech. And he's going to be able to flush out that probe any minute now. So we're going to see where he goes to, and we're seeing a second gateway coming in from his opponent. So obviously not suspecting too much of the cheese just yet, and
oh man, this goon needs to just kill this probe. Ugh! I mean, this fake thing is like really wasted if you can't kill the probe for like an hour. I mean, you know, you want to kill the probe as soon as possible to actually make whatever tech you were going for. I mean, if you look at how many resources he has right now, he could have actually gotten real range and not actually delay the Citadel at all because of how long he let the probe live. And I'm saying he let the probe live, but really it's just the buildings block the goon and the goon's being stupid. This is a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he really could have done. That's the kind of unfortunate thing that can just sort of happen. And there's no way he could have cancelled it and then made range when he saw how long it was taking to send. That would have been just ridiculously obvious. But a little bit unfortunate there for Jumper, but it's going to be all right anyway. I mean, this DT tech is a bit later than he'd want it though.
Yeah, and I think he should actually get range now.
Yeah, really, I think so.
Are you getting it? He's not getting it. What's he making?
He's not forged.
Oh, he's making a forge.
All kinds of things.
Okay, this is interesting because he's got 3 goons. I mean, there is actually a safe DT opening you can go for where you do still get range in goons and you just get a little bit later DTs. But he's going like 2-gate hardcore DTs with a forge and no range. So like the forge means he's gonna expand, but then he's gone 2-gate DT as well. So the expand's gonna be really late. I don't know, this build's a little bit weird to me.
Yeah, this is a little bit. I don't understand the second gateway along with the forge. It just gets really, really expensive at that point.
The thing is, it could just be a safety thing in case his opponent goes for DT as well. But I would have, if he was going to do this, I would have preferred just like a 1-gate faster expand DT with the cannon. And this cannon, by the way, is extremely suspicious. If I was Deny and I saw this cannon, I'd immediately think it was DTs because there's like no other reason for this cannon to exist.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he saw the cannon. I guess, I don't know.
I think he must have done, but I think Jumper really just is so in the dark at this point. His build is so, as you'd say, suboptimal. I mean, he's having to build a whole lot of crap that he just really doesn't need. He does not need that cannon there. The second gateway, it's not really going to get him any extra.
Oh, is he going to see the shadow? Is he that good? He's not going to see the shadow. That would have been impressive. That would have been like pro gamer level reflexes if he saw the shadow there.
The worrying thing is now whether he'll send the observer. No, he's sending the observer straight to the front. He really must know what's going on at this point.
I mean,
Jumper.
Even if he doesn't, the safe thing to do is make sure the observer goes on the ground path instead of the air path, just so even if you didn't see DTs coming, you would accidentally scout them. You know what I mean? So even if it takes you slightly longer than a direct right click, going along the ground path is safe. But obviously, as you can see, he's just leaving it there, so he knows exactly what's going on. As I said, the cannon basically gave it away. And he's expanding now. So he's perfect. Ooh, but the goons at the front getting a little bit stuck, though. Not quite trapped, although he might lose one. He's going to lose one. The rest will manage to escape. And Jumper should be able to now expand himself. And it looks like we're just going to go to the mid-game here. Now, this is interesting. So he's finally getting goon range. But we've essentially got, you know, both players going to be able to get their expand. Jumper's slightly later, but it's not too... Well, it's a little bit later. But the main difference here now in the builds is obviously that one player has gone for Robo, which should lead to Reavers, and the other player's gone for DTs. I mean, I really would expect Denied to go for Reavers here, falling on, and not just get Obs. Because otherwise, you know, if he doesn't take advantage of that tech, he's just behind on the tech front.
Yeah, but it may not even get that far, but there's no way he's going to be able to break this. There are 4 DTs right there in order to defend. Those DTs are really, really strong. The Dragoons need to pull back right now. He's going to lose so many Dragoons. 4 Dragoons going down so quickly. That is a tough defense to break, and that is another advantage of Destination. Those 2 bridges can be really, really hard to get across, and not only hard to get across in the first place, hard to get back across when your attack's going badly.
That's exactly right.
It just get incredibly awkward in situations like that.
And it's funny, like, you know, some people, when they get Obs, they're like, oh, well, clearly I have Obs now. DTs are nothing to me. But DTs, man, they do 40 damage per swipe. I mean, they have an insane DPS. So you can't actually underestimate them at all. By the way, unlike what I suggested, Denai's actually gone straight for Citadel. But, I mean, as you can see, this just means that he's playing catch-up compared to Jumper's tech. So, I don't know. I'm not... Yeah. Not the hugest fan of that. I mean, it's not terrible, I guess. But he hasn't really taken advantage of the fact that he went for a faster Robo. I mean, the thing is, I mean, look at Jumper's goon count. It's not that many Dragoons, and he's got a lot of... And Destination, the main, is so big, it's very easy to do Reaver Harass at various points. So, yeah, I would have liked that. Especially also because Jumper's range was really late.
In my opinion, though, I think that it can be a bit of a strange balancing act when you go for Reavers against DTs, because, I mean, it's so hard to get the army composition right when you're fighting against a different army composition from yours in PvP. And so if you're not like so on it with your knowledge of how much you need and what beats what, and then your micro in the battle is really good, you can find yourself in a surprise loss with an army you thought was strong. So it can be kind of a safer option to just mirror your opponent's army, and then at least you know where you stand. Whereas it can be a little bit tough if you go for Reavers instead of
That's actually a really good point. I mean, I guess if you're making the exact same units as your opponent and you have more, then you're like, oh, well, I guess I'm ahead. You know, I must be ahead.
Exactly.
Whereas, yeah, if you go Reavers versus Templars, it really comes down to the micro and a whole bunch of other factors. By the way, I mean, Denai is actually floating a lot of minerals here. He's got almost 700 right now. He went up to 900 for a second. I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's making 3 DTs. He's going for a DT drop. He is going for a DT drop. That is quite sneaky. Unfortunately for him, Jumper is the king of DT, so he's got, you know, Observatory ready already. But it could do a lot of damage, though. I mean, if he directly drops the Nexus and right-clicks it, he might even be able to kill it before Jumper can get back to defend. Yeah,
that's very, very possible, and it definitely wouldn't be the first time we've seen that kind of thing happen, because, you know, these DTs just get through buildings so quickly. It's going to be quite key for Jumper as well, how quickly he produces his first observer after that shuttle pops out. The shuttle is now out. He does not have an observer on the map yet, and he is not building one yet. And the shuttle is making its way across the map towards his base, and he's running the risk.
Oh, he's going to counter DT drop. He's going to counter DT and High Templar drop here. The funny thing is, these shuttles might actually pass each other. Are they?
For sure.
Oh.
It's
gonna be close.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Oh, man. That embarrassing moment. But Jumper didn't notice, though. He's not paying attention. Oh, no, he's paying attention. Okay, he saw it. Okay, he saw it because he got a pylon there, too. Oh, man. But okay. So that cannon's gonna fall. Is he gonna go for the probes or the Nexus? He's going after the Nexus.
I think that's really the right decision. He may well get the Nexus. Are we going to see Jumper do any kind of drilling? He could be able to get those DTs away from the Nexus. The Observer is going to be out soon, but I don't know if it'll be in time. I think that the Nexus is going to go down nonetheless. This is bad times for Jumper. You do not want this kind of thing to happen. But meanwhile, do we have a drop happening from Jumper as well? Did the shuttle go down?
Where's the counter drop? There's like one random DT in the middle of the map. What the hell happened?
The shuttle got taken down, I think. I saw idenieide move out with Dragoons.
Oh man, he must have sniped it in the middle of the map or something, and only the one DT got dropped. Oh man, we totally missed it. Whoops.
That also had a High Templar in it as well, the shuttle, I think, for Jumper.
Yeah.
And so that's so bad. Jumper is potentially way behind at this point. I mean, just having a look at it now, he's slightly behind in supply. He's lost his main Nexus. He's just lost a very, very valuable drop. I think this is looking good for idenieide. I mean, I hate to call it too early, but that's a real windfall for him.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, that is almost an insurmountable loss there. Jumper would have to play fantastically to come back here, and even then, you know, with it being a mirror matchup, it's quite difficult. He has remade a shuttle, so he'll probably go and try and do some more storm drops. I mean, storm drops behind the natural on destination are relatively easy to do and quite effective. He even has a DT spotting back there to make sure there's no Dragoons ready to assassinate the shuttle again. But you know, he's gonna have to do some miraculous storm dropping or something like that to really come back. So he has loaded up 2 Zealots and 2 Templar now here, and just gonna keep the rest of the units at home. That's exactly what we should do. I really should not be moving out here. He's already lost, you know, 2 DTs, 2 HTs in that previous drop. He's got this drop loaded up. His ground force is not that strong. You know, if you're investing so many units in harassment and shuttles, moving out with the ground army is a really, really risky move.
Yeah, really, really risky. I mean, I'm not convinced about this, but it could be mainly a distraction to get that storm drop off. And that storm drop could just about lead him back into this game. And it's going to be really, really interesting. Let's see if he goes for some kind of distraction with his army. I can't think why else he'd have brought his army that far forward. He's going into the natural, but that is such a good pull.
Reaction.
idenieide, really, really nice pull from him. And he's going to get a handful of probes, but no more than that. And he's going to be able to land some storms on Jumper's unit, on ideniede's units, but that is really not the return he'd have wanted from 2 High Templar, a shuttle, and 2 Zealots as well. idenieide very, very easily cleaning that up.
You know, that was just a really poorly executed drop there. I'm sorry to say. I mean, I like Jumper, but you know, he did not need to suicide there. As soon as he saw the pull, he should have immediately just turned around, because the threat of the storm drop is almost just as potent as the actual drop itself. If you just have a shuttle with 2 High Templar in it, and your opponent knows it's behind their natural, they're going to be so much more, like, they'll hesitate to pull the probes back, they'll be freaking out. You know, you can go back and drop any time. There's no reason to suicide when there's all the probes have already left, right? I mean, he got 10 probe kills, but as you say, that wasn't really worth it, I don't think, for that drop.
No, definitely not. Definitely not worth it. He could have just gone around the back of the minerals. He didn't need to go from the side there. So weird. He'd have been completely safe behind those minerals. Very, very weird decision from Jumper. It seemed like he was rushing it for some reason, but I can't even imagine why.
I mean, he could have actually just dropped behind the cliff and stormed across the cliff using vision from the shuttle. I mean, that would have been, you know, as you say, super duper safe. In the meantime, funnily enough, he's actually keeping this side of the bridges with an inferior army. Oh, not that much longer though. Here come the wave of speed loss. He's got a nice position, you know, holding the choke point. But I feel like if Deny just commits here, he should be able to take him out. But there is a counter drop. Did we get a storm drop here in the main? I see most of the probes still alive.
Oh yeah, down at the bottom, but there's no units left in it. There's a green shuttle kind of hovering in Jumper's base, and idenieide continuing to try and push out. He's just going out there with some storms, trying to land some nice damage on Jumper's units, just to kind of soften things up, because it can be incredibly costly to get out across those bridges, even when you've got a superior army, which I believe idenieide does. Yeah, he's way ahead in supply at this point, and his shuttle does make it out of Jumper's base as well, but Jumper's so low on probes. His natural, he's really, really light. He's going for a third now as well, though, so I'm wondering if he's going to transfer anytime soon. But it looks like idenieide going to keep trying to push out, going to keep pushing Jumper, and it looks like here he comes. He's going to try and go across these bridges. We'll see if this pays off for him. He should have the unit advantage, but I don't know if it's going to quite work out, but it looks like he is going to be able to bust it. There are only Dragoons left against huge Jumper speeds out. It's nice storming there from Jumper, but it is to no avail. idenieide is able to break out. Jumper's going to have to pull back to quite a deep defensive position. Will he be able to hold on to that third, or will idenieide be able to take it down?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure idenieide can. He's got almost a 40 supply lead right now over Jumper, and you know, as you said, Jumper did lose a lot of probes there. Apparently there was a storm drop there. Sorry for missing that, guys. It's a little bit hard because they're like similar colors, so the green doesn't really stand out on the mini-map. That's no excuse. I'm a professional. I must catch all storm drops. Actually, I guess I'm not really a professional. Whatever. Anyway, so this space is going to get taken out. Oh, there are actually a few probes transferred over here. So he's looking. So Jumper's going to lose about a dozen probes at this base. Actually, even a few more. Maybe like 15 to 18 probes there. So looks like he actually transferred some over here as well. But that's not going to last long, obviously. And the supply lead is just continuing to increase for Deny. Yeah, Jumper is looking quite dead here.
Yeah, and this is quite a big shock to me, I have to say. I've been kind of holding on to it all game, but this is quite surprising. Who, I hate to say it, but who exactly is I Deny? Have we seen him before?
I somewhat recognize the name. I don't
I
really
recognize
know.
him from forums.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's the same for me.
But
I don't know anything about him as a player, but I sort of like if you said his ID to me, I'd be like, oh yeah, you know, he's a Brood War guy of some
yeah,
sort.
oh, definitely a Brood War guy. But that kind of goes contrary to what I would imagine as well, because I usually imagine people on Team Liquid forums, you know, not to be somehow good at Brood War. I don't know. I don't know why I do that, but it's just the way I imagine it. I don't imagine them playing much.
Hey, that's completely valid, man. The forum warriors, you know, if they're spending time posting on forums, they're not spending time laddering, right?
Oh, that's a good storm.
Nice.
That is a really good storm. Jumper managing to land some decent breakout storms right here. He's going to need a lot more where that came from, but potentially that kind of thing can get his army out and moving again. But oh, he is so incredibly light on probes. There was another storm drop in his main. I believe the shuttle is now finally shut down, but he's pretty much not mining in his main. He's barely mining his natural. He's having to split his probes once again. And Jumper is just getting poorer and poorer at this stage, while idenieide is set to get richer, throwing down his third base now, and I think he's going to really be able to hold on to this one.
And Jumper's probes are also getting stuck in the buildings. Okay, there they go. They did a little loop-de-loop back to the gateways. Man, I really want to figure out how that happens. Every time you build gateways touching each other, like in between, in the direct transfer path between your main and your natural, it's so easy for them to get like stuck in a looping path there.
Yep.
I think on what was the map? Sniper Ridge in particular, like there's one configuration of gateways in the bottom right position where the probes literally will never leave the gateways. They just run in circles around your gateways when you try to transfer.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. We have Jumper possibly with his final push out, but he may be able to do some good damage to idenieide right here. This army is strong. He has lots and lots of storm. The Dragoons being pushed back. Looks like he will actually have the advantage, even if only for a brief moment, but he is pushing idenieide all the way back across the map, and he has actually got a serious army advantage right here. This is looking really, really good for him. And he's going to be able to take out ideniede's third if he micros this correctly and doesn't get too ahead of himself.
I mean, not only does Jumper have his, like a 20 supply lead, but he's got way fewer probes than idenieide, so his army advantage is even bigger, actually. And I don't know how this has happened. I mean, between amazingly good storms and I think a slightly better unit
Storm
composition.
Drop, the Jumper's natural. Storm Drop, the Jumper's natural. Both loose last That hurts. That really hurts. Few cannons coming in for idenieide at third base now. It's not going to be enough. Jumper is going to waste a couple of units breaking up those cannons, but that base is going to go down. But incredibly effective storm drop going into the main now as well. Will he be able to catch the last of the probes as they make their way out? The probes are running. They're doing the probe dash. Will he get stuck?
Oh no! Oh, he stopped. Oh man, Jumper doesn't even have any probes left to storm though. That's the thing.
No, he's got nothing.
Oh,
does
this Templar still have energy? I don't think it has energy, does it?
But Jumper
it's just freaking him out though.
Oh,
he does!
Oh, catches one probe. Yeah, it's a bit of an anticlimax, but yeah. This is not good for our friend Jumper. idenieide looking in a commanding position right now. 85 supply.
Jumper's not that far behind in supply though.
He's not that far behind. Wow, he actually really isn't.
Yeah, and he's got an army. Like he's got the army on the map. Idenide's the one just hiding in his natural.
Yeah.
But Jumper's got no mining.
Wow.
Oh man, that economy. He's just gonna have to make Archons.
Yeah. Look at the upgrades. 1 weapons for idenieide, 3 weapons for Jumper. And Jumper has a serious army. That army is a big deal.
I guess that would also help explain the, you know, major breakout Jumper had just now. Those upgrades. Yeah, I totally didn't notice that. Good point. Good observation there. In the meantime, looks like Jumper trying to get this mirror only, but that's going to get denied by this mean zealot here. And, oh, do we have a sneak expansion from idenieide? idenieide somehow has 1,000 minerals that he's not using. That seems suboptimal. And his sneak expansion attempt, is it spotted or was he Jumper just chasing? Oh, Jumper just chasing the DT. I thought he saw the expansion, but his ops is actually a little bit too high. Oh, is it going down?
No.
I could have sworn it just moved.
No, it's stationary.
Oh, man.
It's stationary. Unless it has kind of a mind of its own and it's doing the drifting thing that some units.
I definitely thought it changed direction for a second. I must be going crazy here. I'm taking crazy pills. Alright, anyway. One random Zealot gonna pull these two Zealots in the army. Nope. Huh?
Nothing. Never mind. Never mind. Talking about crazy pills. Yeah, those 3 Zealots are gonna get is going to get shut down fairly quickly. They're going to see that there is no third base, so idenieide is going to know that his position is going to be fairly good as long as he can take and hold that third base. That's going to be really, really important from here on in to actually keep that. And that's why he's put down so many cannons, because I think he knows that if he can hold on to that and, of course, not die at home, then he's going to be in a really, really good position, because Jumper will just have literally no economy by comparison. Those three zealots running all the way into Jumper main.
How does that happen? Oh man, they're going to snipe the archives! What the hell? Random hit squad. I don't think they can get it though. There's no way, right? No, they can't get it. Yeah. That would have been awesome if they did though.
Yeah.
Sick
if they were
run
DTs, they would
by.
have got it. If they were DTs, that would be gone by now.
Now the problem is that this hidden expansion is about to finish, and there's like 8 cannons here defending it, 9 cannons. So
yeah,
there's no way
he's getting up there.
Yeah, no way for Jumper to kill that, and it's really sad because he had the obs like almost seeing it. Oh, did he see the probes? He's moving the obs there now. He's gonna be a sad panda when he sees this. He's gonna be so sad. Oh god. Oh, he's gonna cry. Oh no, QQ.
That's so. Yeah, that's so bad, because idenieide is actually mined out right now at his natural. He would have nothing if he hadn't got this third base up. So clutch timing there for him to not lose the game.
Dude, because Jumper's been storm dropped so much, he still has resources to mine.
That's really funny how it works out, isn't it?
Yeah.
And look how far ahead Jumper is in supply right now. 130 supply to 105. So idenieide is going to be doing some last-ditch defending. Jumper does indeed decide to go across these bridges. He does decide to go across the bridges. And this is going to be really, really tough for idenieide to hold on to. He needs to get good storms. He needs to get them down now while the unit's still on the bridges. He's doing his best. He does have plenty of High Templar. I think he should be able to hold this off. He does have plenty of cannons back there as well, but he's surviving pretty much only on storms.
Oh god, running across these bridges is so hard with so many storms behind, but Jumper is making progress. So where's the rest of the army? idenieide has a bunch of units just chilling at the 3 o'clock and not coming over to help. Jumper is breaking through the natural. He's losing a lot of units, and he's taken so many casualties. He's lost like 40 supply, and now he's getting a little bit confused. He's getting blocked by 1 High Templar that was on the ramp, but now he's moving into the main base here. Can he actually make a finishing blow against idenieide? He's got a 25 supply lead. idenieide making emergency arc on. He's finally bringing back these units from the 3 o'clock base. Oh no, a monster storm though on Jumper's army in the base. Just random High Templars and storms. The thing is, Jumper's got like no reinforcements coming for this army. He should be reinforcing with zealots or something. He's got no units left. The last army of Jumper is the main. He's got 3 Archons with like a dragoon left. I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
I can't. Maybe one of those Archons is on like 1 hit point. This is absolutely ridiculous, but it looks HP up. Oh, nice storm, and that will be enough to do the trick for idenieide, just holding on by the skin of his teeth.
Oh, Jumper's going back to
Jumper,
DTs though.
Yeah, he's gone back to DTs, doing what he knows best. It looks like he's going to have a go at that base, but that is not happening today. No chance.
Yeah, he suicides a few units before realizing, oh, there's actually 9 cannons there. Huh.
Yeah.
I guess I can't attack that base. Oh man, idenieide, by the way, is just banking a whole bunch of stuff here. So even though he's lost a good amount of his gateways, he can actually sort of rebuild them. He's actually just expanding to his back men only. And Jumper is actually just going all in with the attack here. He has enough money to expand, but he's not doing it. He's got a probe actually at his men only, but he's not building a nexus. He just keeps going for the attack here. He really needs to build a nexus now. I mean, I don't think this attack can keep going. I mean, he's reinforcing with more zealots. Maybe he can push through, actually. I'm not really sure. He had the Archon. Is that Jumper's Archon? That's actually Jumper's Archon. And here we go. He's actually going to try and break the cannons at the back of the natural. Oh, man. idenieide storming his own probes to kill the zealots. And it is somewhat effective.
Somewhat effective, suboptimal. Those two can be interchanged. But I can really see why Jumper is pushing with this. He's almost getting through, but never quite making the critical finishing blow. It's amazing when a game comes down to basically 2 Dragoons difference between the 2 players. And that is a last-ditch defense.
They have a 1 supply difference between them. A 2 supply difference.
Oh, the last observer just went down.
What?
And there's 1 DT left.
Hey, Hero DT! At the end of the day, the unit that will save Jumper, of course, will be the DT.
Yeah, it's actually, that is so representative of Jumper. There's one lone DT surviving at the end of the battle, hacking away at the natural expansion.
You know, Jumper, I just realized if he had a shuttle left, he could like drop a Dragoon at the bottom right at 3 o'clock and be out of range of cannons and just like shoot the probes.
Yeah. Oh, that would be such
cool.
a good play. I was thinking earlier. Now, how can he get rid of that cannon? Because it's a bit of an Artosis pylon. He could use Reavers maybe, but he doesn't even need that. Yeah, a Dragoon would do the trick just as well. Huh. Make a shuttle.
Oh, idenieide has an obs now. There goes your DT. Oh, nice storm though.
But
Oh, decent counter
ooh,
storm.
take down the Archon. Yeah, I think this is kind of shield battery time. I feel like it would genuinely help.
Shield battery, here we go. Oh wait, Jumper's got no obs now, and idenieide has a DT. Oh no, he has to run away.
Oh no,
he has an obs, but he doesn't know it's there. He has an obs like on the right side of the natural, and he doesn't know it's there. Oh, he's gonna storm. He's gonna suicide storm the 3 o'clock though. Oh god. Oh god, the Zealot's tanking just Oh man, magical 14 kills, and the rest of them only 4 probes remaining. Out of all of those, 14 kills on that one High Templar, and now Jumper is distance mining from his back mineral only because he is completely broke right now. The problem is though that idenieide has the mineral only. He's mining his mineral only as well. All right, 60 supply against 60. Jumper has the supply lead, but ideniede's got 2 bases.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know who I fancy for this one, but I'd probably say ideniede's ahead because as long as he can survive, economy is everything right now because Jumper doesn't have one. Although he will have the mineral only up and running soon, and idenieide should be running. I was about to say quite well on gas, but he won't be. He's got 1 undepleted gas working, and that's it because of course that top right hand base is a mineral only. So it's going to be quite a zealot heavy composition for him. So I don't think he'll be that effective against Jumper's Archons, and he could find himself in a bit of a sticky situation in the next battle. But he does have plenty of goons as well, so it shouldn't be too bad for him. Producing lots of High Templar at home as well.
Jumper somehow still has a 400 mineral patch in his main. What the hell? That's pretty random.
Oh.
Yeah, anyway, so idenieide has decided that the best course of action now is just to take another base because, you know, why make units when you can just make expansions? He's also adding on Dragoons. Not sure if that's the best idea. He's actually quite goon heavy. You know, to be honest, if your opponent's going heavy Zealot Archon, I would actually prefer you to try and match him in Zealots, even if the Archons will do a lot of damage. Dragoons are actually not the most effective against what composition Jumper's using here. And here we go. Oh, but there's too many cannons there to support. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Jumper should attack the main again.
Well. He could attack the main again. I mean, that main is still looking really, really soft. There's practically nothing, in fact, defending it. And idenieide would have to try and get around the back and defend it that way. But Jumper really could do some serious damage there, but his army is not looking up to task. Ideniede's done just enough damage to the Zealots in those skirmishes, I think, to come out ahead in a one-to-one battle. Both these guys landing some nice storms right there. The only observer, once again, going down from Jumper, so he's going to be blind in a DT situation, which could very easily happen. Will we see a storm go down? High Templar going down there, but brutal, landing on lots of those Zealots and doing some nice micro to almost catch that Archon on its way back, but not quite. Jumper's army is not looking so good.
I don't know, if these Templars don't have storms, Jumper can actually just turn around and fight. The speed loss are actually really good against Dragoons. But it looks like Jumper isn't quite sure, so he's just going to move away. He's got a random probe here at the top of the map. It looks like Jumper's going to move back here. He can actually probably just take this expansion on the left side. And, I mean, this is really interesting, but unfortunately for him, idenide's already taking that top right-ish expansion. And with all these cannons here, there's not much Jumper can do. It looks like idenide's just taking the completely defensive stance with all the massive cannoning, and he's like, well, I'll just play the long game because I'm ahead in expansions. Yeah,
I think as long as he stays ahead in expansions, he's going to be fine, because look, his army is going up at a faster rate than Jumper's. He's now ahead on supply again.
But Elegant,
I think that
Jumper's got Panda Bear Guy in his army.
Oh, well, hold the phone. Panda Bear Guy coming into the fray. Jumper gave him a call. Needed assistance.
Yeah, idenide's got no chance now. Man, when you got Panda Bear Guy, look at this. Look at Panda Bear Guy. He's actually in a control group with the army right now. Look at him. Look at him, man. No chance for ideniide.
Look at him go.
Look, he's coming along.
Oh, I love him. He just wants
this walk is so funny.
He doesn't belong in warfare, does he? Look at him head on. He looks so gormless. Poor guy.
I didn't realize how stupid his walk looks.
He looks dim-witted, doesn't he, from every angle. He's not a good-looking chap.
Oh man, alright, enough of that. Man, that is a lot of High Templar in idenide's army. If he can land good storms on all those clump zealots, that could be really bad news bears. There's actually one High Templar that's somehow stuck in the main base. I don't know what he's doing there, he's just chilling.
Yeah, he's doing something.
Oh, a shuttle's been reproduced.
Have a shuttle produced. Does it have? No, it doesn't have speed. I thought for a second it had speed as it came out, but it doesn't, so never mind, because of course it doesn't have a robo, so it'd be literally impossible. And
wait, what?
Has left the game.
GG!
GG!
Sail is victorious. No, Sail's left the game. Alright.
Oh. Too bad.
Somebody is victorious. I'm not sure who, but a person is victorious in that game. I assume
Jumper
idenieide.
left. Yeah, Jumper left.
Right.
So idenieide takes the game from Jumper.
I don't know. Maybe
Really
Jumper got so freaked out by Panda Bear Guy hanging with his units that he just like couldn't handle it anymore and just decided to alt QQ.
Yeah, I genuinely think that's what happened. But that is a quite a surprising ending. I mean, I think Jumper was. Oh, I don't know if he was still in it, but maybe if he wanted to fight tooth and nail.
Idie is saying that Jumper scouted the right corner and quit, because he scouted the extra base or something. Because I mean, if you think about it, you know, Jumper's left side base was just starting to come up, so at that time it was like 3 base to 1 base plus 1 in production, so he was pretty far behind.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess that does make sense because idenieide was just gonna be able to stay ahead for the remainder of the game. So yeah, idenieide takes it off Jumper. That was a best of 1, wasn't it? Because we went back in time to the round of 64. So Jumper crashing out very, very early right there in qualifier.
It's okay. 1. It's okay. There's 3 more qualifiers. King DT, he's got this. It's okay. It was just chill.
Yeah.
You know, first qualifier is just a warm up. Doesn't mean anything.
Well, we all know it. It. And it's worth mentioning at that point that if even if you played today, even if you didn't play today, it's well worth going and signing up for qualifier, the next qualifier, which is in fact tomorrow. Because you know there's always another chance. You've practiced all this time. You've played qualifier 1. You went out in the early stages. You want another bite at the apple, and Team Liquid are just that good to you. So go and sign up and participate again, and you could do an idenieide and knock out someone big.
And even if you don't make it far, because we pick random games from the early stages, if you just play a really good game, you could have your game casted and be famous. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. We're going to go to a break again and come back for another game. Don't go anywhere, guys.